Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 21st through the 27th. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. You may stumble upon this video outside of the time frame I mentioned, like some later time. That's fine. You're going to find it whenever you were meant to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Not every single message is going to resonate, but take what does and leave what doesn't. We're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle here. Alrighty, my dears, and let's get right on into it. The first card coming up here is the Seven of Wands. Now, Gemini. Okay, we're all going through lots of big changes, lots of big shifts right now. And Seven of Wands can come up when we're being told this is not the time to do anything extra. Maybe you're in a hurry. Maybe you're like wanting to cross that finish line or hit that goal, and you're saying to yourself, oh, well, you know what? I just need to make some changes, or I need to do things differently. And then sometimes we get so caught up in that we fall way off track. We fall way off the path. So Seven of Wands for me a lot of the times comes up to say, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is not the time to be extra. Just stay on the course. Stay on the course and keep doing what you've been doing. Seven of Wands can also come up when we have a lot of people kind of like butting into our business. And they're trying to tell us what to do. They're trying to maybe even question what we're doing. Like, oh, how's the work going? How's that business going? Oh, do you hear back from that person that you met on the dating side? What's going on with them? Are they talking to you every day? Like, they're questioning what's going on in your life. And it might seem as though they care and they're interested and they're wanting to help you or give you advice. But a lot of the times, they have some idea in their head of what they want for you, and they're going to say or do whatever that they can do to get you to come around and do what they want you to do instead. Maybe this person is afraid of losing your friendship, or maybe this is a family member who is concerned that you're going to make certain decisions and like move away and leave them alone, or you're going to find a life, or you're going to find a partner, or you're going to settle down with somebody else, and then you're not going to help them financially. You know, it could be a bunch of different things, but this could be somebody who's coming in acting as though like they want to help you and they're interested in what's going on in your life, but really they're just trying to pull you into their way, into like what they want you to do. Sometimes you need to be careful with Seven of Wands because you can be dealing with someone who's trying to pull you into a fight or a disagreement. They might be taking jabs at you. Maybe somebody feels very threatened by you in a family situation or in a work situation, or maybe some of you have like custody issues with a baby mama or a baby daddy, and this person feels like they need to make you look bad. So they may be saying things or doing things and poking and poking and poking and poking, all specifically to get this reaction out of you so that they can turn around and say, aha, look, I told you Gemini was a loose cannon. I told you Gemini was off. I told you Gemini was crazy. So the Seven of Wands can come up to say, don't get pulled in. Don't give this person a response. Because see how these sticks are here and they're trying to get at him? Right now where he's standing, they can't reach him. But if somebody says something and it really upsets him and it really gets under his skin, or he wants to address it, so he walks over to the edge so he can shout down to that person and like set them straight, now he's in the direct reach of these people or this person. Now he's close enough to where they can hook his leg and drag him down. Don't let anybody drag you into any kind of drama. They might say things specifically that they know, ooh, it's going to get to you. But they're trying to get that reaction out of you. Don't give them that satisfaction. Don't respond. Okay, I know you might be tempted to respond or set somebody straight, but the second you do, they've got you. Now you're in the drama. Now you're in the mud. Don't let them drag you into the mud with them. The next card that's coming up for Gemini is the Knight of Cups. Now, I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot readings for love and romance. And so, unfortunately, our poor little Knight of Cups here has gotten typecast as like a Don Juan or a Romeo. Now, don't get me wrong. He can definitely sometimes come up in a reading to tell us this is a Don Juan or this is some kind of a player, right? That can be the meaning of Knight of Cups sometimes. Not every single time. Even in a love reading, not every single time. The deeper meaning of the Knight of Cups is the pursuit of the things that bring your heart joy, that make your heart smile. It's the pursuit of inspiration and beauty and adventure, things that make you happy, things that give you a lust for life, right? So it's for a lot of you, it can be that a lot of you are realizing, I don't want this drama. I don't want this humdrum, boring life, and I'm working and I'm making changes, but some of you are in such a hurry to get there, and Spirit is saying, look, you need to enjoy the journey. You need to enjoy, like, this is a part of it. Like, if you were on an airplane and you're on a long airplane ride, and you might be like, oh gosh, I can't wait for this airplane ride to be over, and there's this turbulence, and I don't like it. Meanwhile, if you were to look out your window, you might be seeing some beautiful and gorgeous views. You might see some beautiful places you're flying over. You might let your guard down and you might start chatting with the person next to you. And you might hear some really amazing, exciting stories. Or they might have some really wonderful life advice for you. There's all these things you're missing out on. And so Spirit is saying, take in your surroundings right now. Allow yourself to enjoy that journey. Allow yourself to experience the people who are around you, the places you're traveling through, whether they're literal or symbolic. Allow yourself to enjoy the journey. It'll go by much faster if you do. Knight of Cups can also be a water sign person, a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. If you have water sign placements, you may be making progress or focusing on these houses or areas of your life. Some of you could be inspired by a water sign. There could be a water sign that's coming in and helping you to not take things so seriously right now. To focus on the things that you're excited about. Some of you may be wanting to do more creative work. Some of you maybe are feeling called or pulled towards doing more creative work, doing something that, following the things that inspire you with this Knight of Cups. The next card coming up here for Gemini is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is a card that comes up to say that now we are at the point of no return. We got to keep moving forward, right? Some of you might say, oh, this path is kind of hard. It's kind of challenging. Maybe I should just play it safe. Maybe I should just go back to the way things were before I started these goals or these projects or these ideas or this business or whatever it might have been, or I started taking these classes. Some of you might be really tempted to just kind of stop what you're doing and maybe like go back because you have a little bit of opposition. And so you're wondering, maybe this is not the right path for me. But the Three of Wands is saying you've come too far to give up right now. You've come too far to turn back around. And you need to keep moving. You need to keep going. And you'll be glad that you did because you will have a positive outcome. In terms of self-employment or creative projects, Three of Wands could also be like we're in a time where we're ready to put something out there and see how it's received. And it will be received well, but based on how it's received, it's also going to give us an idea of like what was popular, what we can make more of, or what we can do more of. or what was successful and what can be done more efficiently, what can be done in an easier way next time. It's like a learning curve. Maybe some of you are trying to gather a lot of information or a lot of experience right now to start on something you're feeling interested in starting, whether it's getting a job in a specific field or some kind of business. Maybe some of you are like really wanting to do something in terms of spiritual work. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to read tarot, or I want to do energy healing, or, I want to do, something spiritual. But you might be thinking, well, I've only done a little bit of studying, or I've only really taken this workshop or that workshop. So you may be feeling like, I'm not ready yet. I need to try to get more practice. But the best way to get practice and the best way to learn is to get out there and to do it. Okay? When I first started to do tarot several years ago, I just put myself out there. I was really curious. Could I do this? It's really hard to read for your friends and family, by the way. I know a lot of people try to get practice with their friends and family. I've been reading for a long time, and I have a rule in my personal life. Anybody in my personal life, I don't read for them. Maybe other people can, and I'm not telling you that you shouldn't. But to read tarot and to deliver messages for people, I have found in my experience, we're most accurate when we can do it from a neutral place, when we're not coming into it emotionally. This is why some people, it's very easy for them to read for other people, but they have a hard time reading for themselves because you're emotionally invested in your own situation, right? There's all kinds of anxiety and worry and excitement. And so it can be hard to read because of that, to read for yourself because of that. Now, when it comes to reading for other people, if you are somebody that you're like, oh gosh, I really don't want to tell my cousin bad news, or oh, I really don't want to, this is my best friend, and oh gosh, I'm worried about her. Like, it's really hard to read for the people in your life, and so that might not be the best way to get practice. What was helpful for me is I worked for the psychic hotlines, the late night TV commercials that you see. You call now and talk to one of our gifted psychics. And I just called a few places, and I got on with a couple of them. And I just wanted to see, could I read for people? And then I started getting people calling me back saying, oh my gosh, I called you for a reading last week and what you said happened. And I was like, oh, wow, cool, okay. And that gave me confidence. That gave me courage to keep going. So the best way is to just kind of do it. It's hard when we're trying to practice on friends and family, though. So maybe you want to try to find some other outlet, whether it's tarot or something else. It might not even have anything to do with spirituality or metaphysics. It might be something else you're wanting to do. So it might be a good idea to put yourself out there outside of your current circle, outside of your friends, outside of your family. Then you really start to see progress. Then you really start to see your business growing and building. It's really hard to build a business on our friends and family. Okay? So try to get outside of that circle. The Three of Wands can also be an awakening, like we've seen the truth. We can't unsee what we've seen. We can't go back to an old way of life. We can't go back to like an old situation. And so we just got to keep moving forward. The next card coming up here for Gemini is the Star. Now, this is beautiful energy. It is a major arcana. And the major arcana cards are going to come up when we are having a significant... I'm sorry, I'm trying to move the lamp here and get rid of some of this glare. When we're having a significant shift in our life, we're coming into a new chapter in our life. This is a significant time. We're coming into a new chapter. We're coming into a new defining period of our life, or a defining moment. And so the Star card is very positive. The Star follows the Tower. So the Star comes to tell us, hey, look, Gemini, the worst of it is over. You've been through the worst of it. Now is the time of rebuilding. And now is the time that your plans and your efforts are actually going to take shape. They're going to take root. They're going to grow. This is a time that you're going to be able to make long-term plans. Maybe you've felt in the past, every time I try to do something, it falls apart, it crumbles, it doesn't last, it doesn't take. And the Star card is saying this time, in this current energy, it's going to take. It's gonna stick. So you can make long-term plans right now. The Star card is you have made it out of the darkness a shining light and a source of inspiration. So some of you may be helping and leading and guiding others along the way. The Star card is also a card of being seen. So some of you are coming into a time of recognition, being recognized for your accomplishments, being recognized for your hard work, being recognized for your contributions. So be ready for that attention, okay? Because it's coming for a lot of you. This we had a little noise there giving us confirmation, Gemini. The Star card is also associated with the astrological sign of Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Maybe some of you are being mentored or guided by an Aquarius. Maybe some of you have like an Aquarius that's taking you under their wing. You can also, if you have an Aquarius placement, be having really big changes or really big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. The next card coming up here, Gemini, is the Three of Cups. And I know, again, a lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance, so our Three of Cups gets typecast as engagement. And don't get me wrong, that can absolutely be happening for some of you. Some of you may absolutely be manifesting engagement. But a deeper meaning of the Three of Cups is going to be finding our soul tribe and finding like-minded people, finding our community. Okay, I feel like the cards in general, the overall message here for you, Gemini, is to give yourself permission to reach outside of your current circle. You're not very inspired where you are. There may not be a lot of people around you right now cheering for you or like wanting to see you succeed. Quite contrary, they might be trying to discourage you from making changes and just kind of stay the way things are. But if you can give yourself permission to step outside of this circle, right, to keep moving forward, you're going to find that you're having more success, that you're happier, and that you're finding people who get you. You're finding people who have been through what you're going through, and they understand you, and they think like you, and they see the world like you. So it's just, you got to keep going. You got to keep moving. Okay? Don't let the people around you discourage you. Some of you maybe are feeling very tired. A lot of it can be from certain conversations you're having with certain people. Pay attention. Anytime a number pops up on your phone or a text message and you see that name come across your screen, do you cringe a little bit? Do you have a hard time for a second when you see that name on your phone? Do you go, oh gosh, oh man, they're calling me, oh, they're texting me, I don't want to talk to them right now, right? Pay attention to that. Or someone who happens to reach out at you or text you with some kind of drama right when you're starting to feel relaxed or right when you're having a good time. They need something, they're having some kind of an emergency. These are telltale signs of people who are feeding off of your energy, who are corded to you. So it could be a good idea to do some cord cutting, okay? And kind of take your energy back and not feel obligated to get back to them right away, if at all, in some cases. And this is clearing space and making room for your soul tribe, for your like-minded community of people. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign. Some weeks, those might resonate more for you than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. There's a link in the description of the video that'll take you to the calendar page for scheduling. Love readings are linked in the description. And don't forget, every single day I've been doing a card of the day for everybody. A lot of people have been asking me to do that and say that it's been helpful to them. So check out the daily messages as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, and hopefully I'll see you all in the daily comments as well. Take care, Gemini. Bye-bye.